Alright, so switching gears, right? So, I'm not going to talk too long about video games. I'm going to have 3 subjects today, and that's all we're going to talk about. Because Monday, Capcom is going to have their, because this is supposed to be around the time of E3. E3 is no longer, like, that's the one thing the pandemic got right. They killed E3. It was dying anyway, but COVID they just took it out. So, score 1 for COVID. You did something good there, because, man, E3 was getting a little sad. So, they took out E3, so now we can all move on with our day. So, E3 is supposed to be going on now, so since they're no longer doing E3, I guess June is when they're going to have their, like, spectaculosos of games and stuff that's getting ready to come out. Because I think PlayStation is having their PlayStation-a-thon or whatever it's called. So I think they're having their PlayStation-a-thon, or they had their PlayStation State of Play. That's what it's called, State of Play. Yeah, they're doing that right now. Or they either did it. Did they do it? I think they did it. Either they did it or they're doing it. And I don't know which one it is. Either it's present or past tense. I don't know which one it is. Or future tense and past tense. I don't know. But either they did State of Play or they're doing State of Play, and that's a thing that either has happened or will happen. Don't know. I know Capcom, we lovingly call them Capcom, by the way, is having their thing on Monday, which I'll have to watch that and see what they talk. Real quick on the Capcom this, before I even talk about Resident Evil 4, because yes, I'm going to talk about Resident Evil 4, but real quick, like 2 or 3 years ago, they had Capcom had some game where some dude was in outer space with a little girl. It didn't have a name, but it looked really cool. Please show me where the fuck that went, because I haven't seen that since that trailer those zillions of E3s ago, or whatever ago, and y'all need to tell me at least the name of that. It didn't have a name, and I thought it was so cool, but it got buried underneath all the stuff about Resident Evil 8. So, can we get some news on that? Whatever the fuck that game was? Or was that just a damn mirage that y'all threw up there to, like, have some damn subterfuge for, like, Resident Evil 8? It was subterfuge. We're not really coming out with that game. It was a mirage. Shut up. Don't talk about it. So, I would like to see that, whatever the fuck that was, or at least have a damn name for it, because it looked amazing. I don't know if I would play it. I'm not going to dismiss it outright and say I wouldn't play it, but I don't know what the fuck it's talking. But again, I don't know if it was a damn mirage or not, because I ain't seen the shit since that last E3 they had. So, please tell us what the fuck that was, because I am very interested in it, and no one has breathed a word about it, let alone gave me a title for it, since that joint. I want to say it was in 2019. So, get your shit together and let's see what the fuck that was talking, and stop. And if it was a mirage, don't play with people on that level. But, I'm going to talk about, I forgot about that, but I'm also going to talk about the sausage game, Escape the Drive-In. And then I'm actually going to talk about Resident Evil 4 Remake. And it's going to be a hot take. And I know these little fanboys going to come after me. You know what? I don't care. It's a hot take. You're going to get some counseling and deal with your fucking problems. But I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to fucking live with it. And if y'all got some shit to say, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Again, get some counseling, but whatever. But first, I'm going to talk about the sausage game. Why am I obsessed with this this fucking Flash game? I am obsessed with this Flash game, y'all. I have watched, this is before I even left for Spain. I watched Alpha Beta Gamer play the sausage game, Escape the Drive-In. It is the most random game. I put Alpha Beta Gamer's playthrough of it on the weirdest game in the world, the weirdest games in the world list, because it was absolutely, it's not a horror game. It's just a random Flash game that I just enjoy way too much. It's about, okay, you become a sentient sausage who wants to see the outside world because he's in this drive-in and all he sees is the drive-in. So you bounce off the hot dog rotator, and that's how you become sentient. And you walk around and you talk to popcorn and nachos, and the nachos, the way they talk, be having me on the floor because they're like nacho, nacho, and I don't know why they has me on the floor every time I watch. I have watched this game multiple times at this point. I fucking love this game. It is the greatest little flash game in the world. So you walking around, it's a point and click adventure too, so you gotta like do things to like spur the plot on. So you're trying to get out of the drive-in. So you meet the nachos, you meet all this popcorn, like these little you go in a strip club called Hot and Tasty, right? And the popcorn, I can't tell if they have 3 boobs, because like the way it's animated, they look like they either have 3 boobs or just 2 boobs, and like some weirdness in between what would be their legs. And I don't know, I'm looking too hard, I'm reading too much into it, but it is hilarious because in my head I have it built up that the popcorn strippers have 3 boobs. Leave me alone. So there's that, and then like this boss, like you have to go see the boss because the nachos send you to go meet their boss, and it's a sentient hamburger. It is so crazy. Then you meet some bacon, like you let this bacon out of this burger, and it's like bacon, and it's just the weirdest, most hilarious game in the world. I love Sausage Game Escape the Drive-In. I will find a link to this so y'all can play it. I'm saying, you looking for something crazy to play, that is like the craziest thing you can play. I love this game. I have watched this game be played so many times now. So, oh my God. Escape the Drive-In. You have gotten me through some shit. So, thank you to the creators of that. And then bacon. Give it the bacon. Oh my God. And then the nachos. Nacho. Fucking hilarious. I cannot handle it. Go play that because it's goddamn hilarious. I found out before I get into Resident Evil 4, Silt is out. I haven't watched it yet. I will get around to watching all of Silt. But Silt, remember I talked about Silt like a little bit ago? Yeah, that's out, and I need to watch it because the demo to that was popping, so I will get around to watching it. But if you want to watch that, Silt is out, or want to play it, Silt is out. Full game. Go do something with it. I can't do a review because I ain't watched it yet. But yes, just to let you know, if you didn't know, it's out. So, let's talk Resident Evil 4, and this is probably going to be pretty short. So, the trailer for RE4 Remake came out, and I watched it. I think I watched it when I was in Spain, and I was like, oh, this is really beautiful. And, like, it looks really clean and polished and blah, blah, blah. But and this is where the hot take comes in, while I'm fine with it looking as gorgeous as it does, it's not a pass from me. I'm sorry to say. And this is where I think I'm going to get a lot of shit from fanboys, because I got people tried to talk shit when I was talking about Resident Evil 3. And I will restate again, I feel very oddly vindicated by the fact that I got cursed out by multiple people, called me all manner of fuckery under the sun, because I was like, I'm not dealing with it. It don't look that popping. So, strangely vindicated. But I will say this. Part of the reason I get kind of frustrated with the state of Resident Evil fandom is when they do these remakes, all they care about is, oh, it looks so gorgeous. And it's just like, that's not a passing grade from me. You don't automatically get a passing grade because your graphics are lovely. And the thing is, at this point in video game history, your fucking graphics should look that fucking beautiful. Period. It's like, unless you're doing something intentionally to like downgrade the quality of the graphics for, say, like, part of the thing people complained about with the Evil Within was they said it looked antiquated. Like, games don't look like that anymore. But that was part of what it was supposed to look like. Because one, the world that Sebastian was in wasn't that game, what would be the real world for that game. It was a dream. and sometimes dreams aren't exactly clear, or like they come out kind of like in your dreams things are kind of grainy, and it's not to excuse it, but I see what they were going for. Like, it's a dream world, things aren't going to have that clarity that they would have in like in the waking world. So, and a lot of people didn't get it, like, oh, it looks antiquated. That was part of it. But unless you're doing some shit like that, yeah, games are supposed to look that fucking lovely. Like, it's supposed to look pretty much photorealistic at this stage in the game of video game history, and it's not a passing grade from me. My big thing is, what the fuck are you going, how are you going to fuck up the plot? Because y'all been kind of fucking up the plot of these remakes for a little bit now. The whole thing with Claire and Leon, I kind of like you, but like we're in this monster situation, but you're kind of cute and I kind of like you, and it's like, I understand people want to kind of ship them together and make them a couple and make them a thing, but no, like, fuck that, no. So, I mean, I get that a lot of people want them to be in a relationship. That's whatever. But I don't see it. I still see the original Resident Evil 2 where Claire was like, I ain't got time for this. And you kind of cheesy, man. I ain't got time for you neither. Because Leon was kind of a do-gooder. And it is kind of funny to watch him be all, like, getting shot and being, like, trying to be the hero, but he sucks. So, and I did not like the way they did Leon. I like, as I said when I did my Resident Evil 2 remake thing, I like my Leon being a hapless idiot. Like the new baby on the block, came into work literally a day late, and I liked that in Leon. So that's the kind of weird random shit they fucked up. Then put Mr. X in both Claire and Leon. Like, why the fuck was that necessary? Like, it's just, for me, I'm waiting for them to fuck it up some kind of way. And that's a game that, one, drew in so many Resident Evil fans. Like, drew in so many new people. And I know, like, the old school folks kind of hate that one. I've never hated Resident Evil 4. It's really long in parts because I've watched it a few times. And every time I get through it, it amazes me that I get through it because it is a slog through. So, I'm just gonna like, ooh, this went on like 4 hours, a little longer than I was expecting. So, I get it, but it's like, what are you going to do to this story to fuck it up? Because y'all been fucking around with these plots and like slightly tweaking them, but you're tweaking them in ways that make no fucking good ass sense. So, what the fuck are you going, how you gonna fuck this up? So, but that's the thing. Resident Evil fans are so quick to just ignore everything else, but be like, but the graphics, it looks so cool. I'm not saying this shit don't look good. I'm saying, how you gonna fuck up the story for everybody? Because the story is gonna get fucked up. It's gonna get fucked up. I don't know what the fuck they gonna do, but they gonna fuck up the story, and I'm gonna be sitting there like, this is where I was expecting the bullshit to go, and this is where it went. I'm still astonished, honestly, that they came out with Resident Evil 4 Remake, because I still don't understand when 8 was pretty much the happy marriage between 4 and 7. It was the happy marriage of those two things. That's what 8 was. Why are you coming out with a 4th game? And now that everybody's seen the trailer, everybody's like, oh no, it's going to be popping and blah. It's like, I'm sure it'll be gorgeous. I'm sure it'll be fun to play, but the plot is going to get fucked up some kind of way. And I'm going to be sitting there like, yep. Because there's nothing to add. Here's the thing. I kind of like the very first game's remake because they took that theme and they added Lisa Trevor into it in that whole arc. They put whole sections in the mansion, like where the dog had the collar that you had to get the key out of the collar. They just added, they added really cool shit. And 4 was a game that had been upgraded and redone and director's cut it and all this other extra shit. it did not need to have a full-blown remake. I don't understand why, but everybody's hot for it. I am like, whatever. I'll watch it. I'll watch it because I'm waiting for them to do something asinine to the plot. I'm just waiting for it. And I still say, if you're gonna remake some shit, please remake that 5th game and not fucking kill Wesker this time, so we can just pretend that Resident Evil 5 never fucking happened and we can retcon the shit out of that. Because if anything needs to be fucking retconned, it's Resident Evil 5 and potentially 6. I'm okay with 6 getting retconned, but really 5. That needs to go, and they need to not kill Wesker. But that is all I have, and yeah, that's going to be a hot take, and I'm sure I'm going to be hearing some shit from people. But y'all are too quick to be like, ooh, the graphics, oh my god, my dick is getting hard. It takes a little more than graphics to get me wet. I need graphics and plot to be like, oh yeah, oh, I'm soaking over here. Y'all just going to give me graphics, and I'll be like, oh, a little moist, but it could be better. And I mean, I hate to use that analogy, but y'all are some easy ass sluts, and y'all are easy because all y'all want to see is graphics. Stop being easy sluts. Make Capcom work for it. So that's all I have, and I will see y'all around at another point, probably when I'm in Philly. So